Okay, so Raw came and went, and boy, did it go. I'm not gonna lie, that first segment was long and awkward and long. Uh, you had pretty much Seth Rollins come out. Then not too long after that, he basically wanted to hear from Cody. But let's be honest, Seth tried to talk when it was just him, and he sort of threw some jabs back at Roman a little bit, not really, but just the whole pop thing. So that got him a little bit of talk. But then the people started chanting. So hey, guess what? They brought out Cody, and then once they brought out Cody, that's when the whole like we want Cody. I feel like I heard some like earned it, deserve it chance or something like that. But it got to the point where like Seth couldn't speak, to where Seth pretty much probably had to cut half of what he about to say just in order to just go at Seth. And it was even at the point where he tried to talk about like from his point of view, his title. The crowd didn't care. They were booing Seth. That's how much it was, that it was like they were booing Rock during the whole thing. They were saying they were like Rocky sucks. I don't know if they were saying F you Rocky or whatever, but I know they were saying all the other stuff. To the point that Seth was like, I ain't think I ever hear that one because it's true. I was like, but in saying that, Cody comes out and Cody's over here like trying like to be like, I heard what you had to say. But Cody was really being like very diplomatic and not saying anything. So I was also glad when Drew came out, because it was like, all right, cool, we could divert a lot of this. I also like Drew playing into Cody of being like, hey, you should face Roman. Everybody's like, yeah, he should. It's like, we want you to do it. Yeah, we do. So me and you and Seth, so Seth, me and you can fight. And everybody's like, yeah, that's right. That's right. And then, then he does a little backstab. It's like, wait, hold on. Do we agree with this? I don't know if we agree with this. But I like I thought it was good of I think Drew had the best part of it. He was sort of comedic relief during the whole thing, because, like I said, they would just really just like bump y'all. We're over here taking over this whole segment until we get what we want. And I will say, like, you sort of felt it the whole show of the We Want Cody. There were like so many signs there, like you felt like the crowd really like. Good thing there was like a good amount of matches and a good amount of stuff on here, just because I think that if this would have been a boring or dull or lackadaisical show, that I think that the whole thing could have been taken over by the audience with the whole We Want Cody. But they came out right with the Fatal 4-Way tag team match that went on extremely long. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was really long, and that was good because I think it helped get a lot of people out of that mindset of like, oh yeah, I am at a WWE event. I should probably watch this and participate in this. And so I was like, from that, so the people that was in the ring, it was the Creed brothers, DIY, New Day, and Imperium. So it was a good grouping of tag teams in it. And DIY got the match. It was a number one contendership to face. I mean, it was a chance to face Tyler Bates and Pete Dunne. Which, by the way, I was like, Cole said Butch, and McAfee was like, who? I was like, McAfee, it's been a little shaky, but when he hits. It's funny to me. But yeah, no. So I was like, now it was a really fun match, a good long match, to the point that like people were like, this is awesome. So I'm like, you got them out of their little funk as well. But DIY wins, and I feel like they're going to lose to Dunn and Bates just because they haven't had a shot, whereas DIY already lost for the tag team championships. And to be honest, the only team I could have really seen would have probably been Imperium. But Imperium doing stuff with the New Day, so that's why I feel like they wouldn't have won, because I think they're the only ones that ain't faced Judgment Day at all in any match. So anyway, that was good. I'm not gonna go through all of Raw. I'm just gonna do like the stuff I like, or the stuff Shayna versus Becky. I was like, it was a fine match. I was like a very tactician where they were just like reversing and stuff like that. I don't know. It's also seemed to me that they don't have like, I don't know, something about it doesn't seem like Baszler fights the same way when she first moved up. I was like, I don't know, maybe that's just something I'm seeing. I was like, I don't feel like the aggressiveness is that's there anymore, or they don't do her the same way. But Becky got the win off of a Becky bottom, I guess. I was like, hell, they didn't like The Rock so much. I'm surprised they didn't boo Becky's move. But it was like it hit and it was just over, and I was like, because I'm like, she's had to do that move a lot more for certain like the way this match was grueling and stuff, where her arm was all messed up and stuff. To be honest, I really wanted Shayna to win, and really sort of it's really I like not that I was like, oh, I would want Shayna into the chamber. I was like, I like Shayna. I was like, I don't know, she's like Finn Balor to me. That's like, I want to see them win, but I'm not overly involved in how they fight. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but the only reason I wanted Shayna to win because I thought it would be cool for because Becky's doing this whole like she's sort of doing like finishing her story kind of thing in her version, where she's like, it's got to be like, it's like, I got to earn this title shot. I'm losing all the way to get a title shot. So I was like, if she lost, then guess what? She'll be in that, how they do where the losers all face off for that one last spot kind of thing. So I thought that would have been cool for her to have to like lose here. And now she's in a desperate mode and she barely gets into the chamber. And then, I was like, I don't know if they'll do the match to see who ends up, like what number you end up in the Elimination Chamber, but pretty much put Becky one and have her like last the whole time or whatever. And I thought it'd be sort of cool if you had Shayna in the chamber with Becky, and Shayna's whole thing was like, I eliminated everybody from the chamber a couple years ago. So I thought that would have been cool of like, she's like the last one versus Becky who's been in the whole time while she came out like last or something. Anyway, that's just me, my own fantasy booking. But anyway, Becky's in. Next week we're gonna get Liv Morgan and Zoe. I at first I was going to say that I thought that was going to be Zoe, but Liv Morgan just coming back, and also I forgot that she got put on the shelf by Rhea. That I think that they're gonna put her into the chamber. But Shayna lost, so I can see them putting Zoe. See, I feel like Zoe gonna get in just because Zoe, Trips is trying to, put his new people in there. Cause I wouldn't even be shocked if like Ivy Niles get in there. But I think Liv is gonna get in there, and like I said, they'll be the losers who don't make it type of thing later on. Anyway, that's my first pick right now. I was like. Then I was like, Braun Breaker showed up on, on Raw, which I thought was cool because I thought Nick Aldis was going to have that one. But I do think that Raw, even though they got a lot of people, I do think they do need, don't get me wrong, I think SmackDown needs talent, but I think Raw needs new talent because all them dudes have pretty much been either facing for the IC title or the world title that is all repetitive at this point. Like for instance, when Gunther has his 600 days, his celebration, he's not wrong of that. He's basically beating everybody, and this is sort of what made me sort of thinking like they're going to have to get moved. They're going to have to not have Gunther and Cody on the same show because they're both going to do work style type of matches, and I'm like they're going to like run through. It's like basically like Drew after he lost at like SummerSlam against Gunther, about 2 months later, now he's over here facing for the world. It's like one of those type of things where it's like it's like too many people are losing the same spot stats. Like you need to have them on different. You need to have certain people on different things. That way you can have, like the mid card people and the upper people, and it doesn't always seem like it's the same people, kind of thing. Anyway, that's a future problem. That's a future problem. But while Gunther doing his 600-day reign, talking about or whatever, he's like, it doesn't matter. I can keep doing this. And to be honest, for a while I thought, I was like, is he about to relinquish the title? Just be like, hey, yo, this year I'm trying to go after the world. I thought he was gonna do something like that. Then Jeyuso music hits, and he basically steps up to challenge Gunther. So it looks like we're going to get Gunther and Jay. Question up is when. I was like, cause sort of look, I was thinking, man, the way they setting it up, it almost seems like WrestleMania. They're gonna do that at WrestleMania, and I'd be cool with that. Get his big pop, his big match at WrestleMania. Now I'm just wondering if he just gonna face Gunther on a show between now and WrestleMania, and Gunther just gonna beat him. And I'm not gonna lie, the Braun Breaker thing showing up sort of makes me wonder. I was like, look, right now, I was like, we got Jay. I've suggested Andrade, but Braun Breaker showing up in that segment, and he's somebody that's big and tough. That seemed like he. So I'm trying to think of people that I'm like, if they don't pull it off, they don't wait for that at WrestleMania, because they're going to get the 6-man tag next week. So you would think that the Jay Gunther probably would be 2-3 weeks from now. Maybe the week before the pay-per-view, because that's a lot of time when they do title matches that don't fit on the card. So that's why I'm like, okay, maybe then. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, Imperium, basically, Jay starts, Gunther shoves him, and Jay takes it to Gunther, and then Imperium start jumping on, and then New Day showed, basically bailed them out and stuff like that. And so that's what we're going to get that tag match later on. I was like, we're going to get Nia Jax and Rhea at the Elimination Chamber. I feel like we sort of all knew this, but it feels like an actual match you feel ready for. Rhea's pissed off. She calling out, which I like, by the way, that how they did Rhea going out there as Drew and Adam Pearce is talking, and I like that. It's like it makes it more, not just cinematic, but it makes it very live world, everything going on simultaneously. That while you're in the middle of your conversation, that shit is happening. Normally it'd be like we just go right to Rhea being out there, and then Adam Pearce will just roll out almost like he's been waiting there. But I'm like, this makes it seem more like where he's like, what the hell is going on? And it's like, oh shit, Drew's like, you better go out there. And Rhea just pissed off wanting Nia now. But Nia comes out, and then it's just like, they both just knocking through Pierce, like, whatever, get your bald headed ass out the way. And Nia just steps up in there, and I was like, Rhea started getting her at first, and then after that, she just got her ass squashed. Granted, we know Rhea's gonna win, but got her ass squashed. It sort of sucked, because I'm like, man, I would want Nia into the Elimination Chamber, just because I was like, that should be just like chaos in that hole. I was like, she just jump off one of the top of the cages and fall onto the mat from the top of the cage. It'd be like my whole, I don't know. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Speaking of Judgment Day, I don't know who said that, I said it. But I was like, as all four of them in there, R-Truth pops up by, and he's like, hey, I know that I will have my pre-initiation, now my initiation. And to the point that they're just like, I don't even care anymore. There ain't nothing we can do. Bye. And of course, there was a match with Miz and JD. JD lost because he fell for R-Truth's cut of the money and stuff. Like, R-Truth was in the crowd throwing out shirt. Hey, I was like, I don't know what they're gonna do with all that, but we'll see. I was like, I don't think that the Miz and R-Truth will get the tag team titles, but who knows? We'll see how that goes. And I was like, for the final, we had Cody, Shinsuke, in a bull rope match because apparently Shinsuke decided to spray Cody at one of these live events and keep this whole beef going. And the match was good. I just wish that Shinsuke would have won one of those matches beforehand, or something to where it was like more substance. Cause I'm not gonna lie, it just really seemed like a hey, forget about the Rock for a minute, please. But at the same time, it's like, but Chad for Cody, yeah, we're gonna put you in one of his daddy matches, which I'm not gonna lie, me looking at that seemed like it's a little bit of a tease that after all this, I mean, yes, I was like, maybe this was on the fly because of the backlash. Maybe this was always going to be something that they're going to do. But it sort of seems like it's like, hey, we're going to put you in one of your daddy matches. Yeah, that's going to garner more. And if you haven't noticed, also, I said that on commentary, they kept sort of being like, nothing's official. We're going to check it out Thursday. We're going to see if Roman still wants to do this. If Cody is going to face Seth. Like, they kept throwing out things that makes you think like, is a card subject to change? Is this what they're doing? And the whole night, when Cody was in the ring fighting or whatever, the WrestleMania sign was like there. And it wasn't like, it was like how they do the perfect shots of, it's there. And I'm like, okay, they're doing a lot of stuff that I think a lot of people are too goggled-eyed right now to really see. That I am like, it really seems like they're doing a lot of teasing Easter egg type stuff that it's like, oh, they got us. I don't know. But anyway, I was like, Shinsuke missed Cody. But Cody, even though he blinded, Shinsuke's right there until so he gets a crossroad, and he basically does another crossroad, and he gets the win. Then not too long after that, Drew pretty much comes in and Claymore his ass. So we'll see. They have a match sometime here soon. But yeah, and that's how Raw went pretty much, at least for me. I felt like you felt like the whole umbrella of the whole weekend was on here, and I was like, it was felt, but at the same time, just like if you just listen to how people talk and people say things, and I'm just saying that I'm like, I won't believe nothing until it's official, and even then, I need to see the day of WrestleMania what happens in order to believe it. But anyway, that was my Raw recap. My 2 cents. I got a little 2-piece. Whatever. Anyway, we'll see how this whole Cody Mania thing gonna go. Because let's be honest, that's all everybody worried about. Until then, out.